Um, well, I think New Zealand is with like all the nature and the landscapes and everything, like it's amazing, and like nothing like Australia being so flat and like barren, but it's so mountainous and green, and like it's got snow and glaciers and whatever, and I think it's just been amazing, and like I've never seen it before, so I think that's been a real highlight for me.
Yeah, for me it's probably like just seeing the scale of rowing. Like back in Perth, it's not as big and stuff, and just like getting up in the morning and seeing like all the boats just like next to the water. There was like thousands of them, and that just I've never seen that before. It was pretty cool.
I say the amount of rivers and dams there are, it's crazy. Like someone was saying, I think it was 80% of the power in New Zealand comes from the dams, which is they're quite huge as well. It's pretty amazing.
Like Josh said, like I've never been, this is my first time out of Australia, and it's just completely different. It's amazing and it's beautiful, and it's just good to see all the mountains and everything.
Yeah, I think just rowing in such a different environment, like at the lakes, surrounded by all the awesome like nature and everything, is pretty epic and totally different to back home. I think that's been a massive highlight for me.
Well, like I think that when we came here, the training all of a sudden increased like 100, and like intensity and whatever. Like at home we were doing like technique and whatever. We came here and all of a sudden we're doing 4 2Ks a session. So like I know for me my fitness has gone through the roof, and like my technique as well has improved so much in the last 10 days, more than like probably in a whole season.
Great. Just like on that, like when we first came here, I thought we were training, but like now I realise that like we probably weren't even really training. So like, yeah, we've really picked it up, and I think we're definitely improving now, getting a lot better.
Yeah, with the experience of some of the New Zealand coaches that have come and kind of, I guess, stood aside and given tips, and the amount of stuff that they know about rowing is pretty insane, and the experiences like they've had, and the people that they know as well, it's quite cool.
Well, at the start of the trip, I wasn't really like that good of friends with everyone here. Like I didn't know many people, but now I'm friends with everyone, and I've made so many new friendships, and it's been really fun to get to know everyone.
Yeah, I think just like from the start like to the end, just being together with everyone 24/7 sometimes may not have been like everyone's preference, but I think overall we've really grown as a group and become a lot closer, I think, and it'll help with our rowing this season, I reckon.
Yeah, I'd say definitely like the rowing has like really challenged me a lot, like pushing me beyond like my boundaries and whatnot, with like all the racing and training and like the constant 2 sessions, 3 sessions a day. It's been like intense but good.
I think for most people, just staying with each other for the whole camp was pretty hard. Like a few days ago, we were out at a hotel where like we were so close that like your knees were like touching if you're like sitting on your bed. And I think a lot of people got angry and stuff, but I think it brought us closer as a team by the end of it, and it was definitely worthwhile.
Probably the distance that a lot of us were rowing was completely different to what we were doing back in Perth. It's picked up by like 3-5 times the amount, so it's good to kind of get a feel for that.
The training it just jumped from nothing to going like through the roof. It's a bit of a shock to the system, but you got used to it after a while, and we all did good in the regatta, so it paid off.
Yeah, I agree with her. Like we never really did a 2K that many times before coming here, and definitely the few practices we've gone was a bit of a challenge, but we got there in the end, and I think it went well on the day.
I'd probably just say like all the people I've got closer with, like even though I already knew a lot of people, I feel like I've just got 10 times closer, and like to my friends I thought I knew, I feel like I know them even better now with this tour after spending 10 days and like living with them. But yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, like it's kind of the same, just the experience of being in another country and like being on holiday but with like a group of people that you know and like you love, and yeah, it was fun.
I guess the culture of New Zealand and the experiences that we did here, like the Koh Tang experience and the Antarctic Centre, it's quite amazing to see kind of what New Zealand does as well as rowing.
I reckon I'll always remember how much fun I had. Like at first I was scared, a bit nervous, but The second day I was here, I had a ball. Like it was great.
Yeah, I think just everything as a whole, like I reckon just the whole adventure of it all, being here with everyone and like rowing, we all love it, and doing it in a different place has been awesome and won't forget it for sure.
I think it's been pretty good. Like we haven't had any big problems. The food was all good. Like I enjoyed every meal, and the accommodation was great. Like this hotel is awesome. Like I think it's all been pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. Much better than what I'm kind of used to traveling with. We travel quite cheap often, but yeah, I think the hotels were really nice and everything was quite accommodating.
Yeah, the food was amazing. The buffets, the accommodation was also amazing, and the fact that if one kind of activity gets cancelled because of weather, that there's straight away something else we can go and do was quite. It was really good.
I loved how the hotels, everyone was sort of close, like everyone's rooms are close, so then you could talk to other people on the tour, like, and have fun with them, so it was good,
Yeah, I think everything was set up very well. We all, like, all the things we did was planned out well. We had good time to, like, have a break every now and then, but also see as much as we can, and I think it went very well.
I'd say do it. It's been like amazing. Like it's the trip of a lifetime. I'm like never gonna forget this. And like getting closer to my friends and seeing a new country, especially with my friends instead of my family, has just been absolutely amazing. And I don't think I'll ever forget it.
Yeah, I reckon definitely do it. Like, when are you ever gonna be rowing in a country with your friends ever again? I think 100%.
Yeah, I know. Adding on to that, the amount of rowing we did was good, and the friendships you make, the places you row as well are amazing. It's not we won't row anywhere like that again, I don't think, but it's just
Well, I've loved it. At first I was like, oh no, I can't do this. I was like, Mum, I'm not going, I'm sorry, I'm not getting on the plane. But as soon as I got here, I've loved every second of it. It's been, great.
Yeah, I think if you ever get an opportunity to do something like this, do it for sure. Like, as Lucy said, you might be a little bit nervous, but it'll turn out well and it'll be a great experience you'll never forget, I think.